Good morning everyone. Today we will discuss about the cooperative society. Till now we have discussed about the three forms of business organization, that is sole proprietorship business, Hindu undivided family business and partnership. Now the next form of business organization is cooperative society. So cooperative society is the definition of cooperative society is very clear by its name, that is cooperative. Cooperative means to help. So it is a voluntarily association. Voluntarily means anyone can come in the organization, and at any time they can go from the organization, they can exit from the organization whenever they need, whenever they desire. No one is going to force you to join the organization. No one is going to force you to leave the organization. It's your choice to join the organization at any time. So it is a voluntarily association of persons formed for mutual benefit. These type of organizations are meant for mutual benefits. Here mutual benefits means like, as you know that there is a distribution chain in the market. First one is producer, then manufacturer, then wholesaler, then retailer, and then final customer. Producer generally deals in raw material, and these manufacturer purchase the raw material from producer to convert the raw material into finished good. So for example, if the producer purchase the raw material for rupees 10, when he sell the raw materials to manufacturer, then it will cost, definitely it will whenever he sell the product to manufacturer, then the cost will raise, he will get the profit out of this. So he may sell the product, for example, in rupees 12, right? After manufacturing the good, when the manufacturer provide the goods and services to wholesaler, then definitely it will give, or it will offer the goods and services for rupees 15, I should say. When wholesaler will provide it to retailer, then it will provide in rupees 18, and when retailer provide it to the final customer, then it costs rupees 25, or we can say 22 rupees, right? So the thing which is after manufacturing the thing, it costs rupees 12, I should say, or it costs rupees 15, and from market we are getting the same thing in rupees 22. This is 22, right? So what happened with these type of cooperative society, when they find that something which cost rupees less, the manufacturing cost is less, but after coming in the market, the cost will become rise, the cost rises. So what will happen? They organize their own organization, they organize their own association. For example, if they find that milk, whatever the milk is there in the market nowadays, the cost of the milk is too high in the market, right? If A went to market and he finds that the cost of milk is very high in the market, then what A does, A just organize a meeting with his members. For example, 20 members were there, and he organized a meeting with these 20 members and decided that they are not going to purchase the milk from the market. They decided that they establish their own association of milk, so that they will not get the milk in rupees 22, right? They can manufacture, they can produce the milk by their own with the help of purchasing cows and buffaloes in the dairy, right? So this is called cooperative society. So we can say that it is a voluntarily association of persons formed for mutual benefits, right? Now there are 20 members in the organization, so they contribute their money in the organization. because they have to purchase the land, they have to purchase the machines, they have to purchase the cows and buffaloes to produce milk. So they are the 20 members, they all contribute the money in the organization, and whatever the money will be there, they purchase the goods and services from them, right? And when they produce the milk from these cows and milk from this dairy, then whatever the milk they produce, they distribute that milk in these 20 members. And even though the milk will remain, then they can offer that milk in the market, right? So whatever the profit they will earn from this is known as surplus, and that surplus will be distributed among these 20 members, right? Or we can say that surplus will be reinvested in the cooperative society. So we can say that cooperative society is a voluntary association of persons formed for mutual benefits, right? And the main motive is to provide services to its members only. I told you na कि first of all they will provide the things, they will provide the milk to those 20 members who are the member of this cooperative society, and still some of the milk is remaining, right? Then they will distribute that milk in the market and get the profit out of it, which is known as surplus. That Amul, what is Amul? Amul is a cooperative society, right? Whatever the milk we are getting, Amul milk, Amul butter, Amul is a cooperative society. So there are number of members in the cooperative society. So whatever they produced in the cooperative society, they will first of all they will give their share to their members, and after that whatever the things will remain, whatever the milk product will remain, it will distribute in the market, they will sell it in the market. So this is known as cooperative society. Now there are certain features of cooperative society, that is voluntary membership. Voluntary membership means, I told you in the definition that voluntarily means anyone can come and join the organization at any time, and at any time they can exit from the organization. No one is going to force them to remain in the organization. So it is a voluntary association, voluntary organization. Anyone can become the member of such type of cooperative societies. Next one is democratic control. Democratic control means, in democracy, as you just came from 10th standard, so in civics or in economics you have studied about democracy. So what is democracy? In which every person have right to give vote, right? So in this cooperative society also there is right to vote. One man, one vote. One member, one vote is there. Because in cooperative society there are number of people, and because these all number of people are the owners of the cooperative society, then what will happen at the time of taking a particular decision, then it's not possible to organize a meeting with all the members of the society. So what we does, there are number of members in the organization, so we have to select the board of directors in our company, right? We have to select the board of directors. These board of directors are elected by the members of the society. These are elected by the members of the society by giving them the votes. One man, one vote. One member, one vote is there. So these board of directors, whatever the decisions will be taken by these board of directors, all the members of the society will have to follow. So this is known as democratic control. Next one is legal status. Obviously cooperative society is meant, or it is what we are doing the social service, and whenever you are doing social service, definitely there will be a government interference. So first of all, in legal status we can say that all the cooperative society have to register themselves in Indian Cooperative Society 1912, right? So the legal status of cooperative society is to get registration under Indian Cooperative Society 1912. It is compulsory to do the registration of your cooperative society. Without registration, the cooperative society will considered as illegal, right? So you definitely will have to get the registration of your cooperative society. Next one is service motive. I told you that the cooperative society, the main motive is to provide the services to its members, right? Next one is limited liability. All the members join the organization with some amount, with some investment. So if they have taken the loan from any financial institution, then, and in case they are not able to pay off the debts, then in that case no organization, no financial institution, no money lender will claim over their personal property. So we can say that they have a limited liability. How much the amount they have invested in the business, they are liable to that much amount in the organization only, not more than that, right? So this is known as cooperative society and the features of cooperative society. So I hope you have understood this. Cooperative society means the society which is organized, which is established for the mutual benefit, for the benefit to help the members of the society. When we find that something is very expensive, something is very costly in the market, and if we can produce that thing, it will be much more money saving type of product, then we can say that that type of organization is known as cooperative society. We can save the money by ourselves, by organizing, by establishing our own organization. This is known as cooperative society, right? Anyone can join and exit from the organization at any time. Democratic control, I told you that anyone can, whatever the decision will be taken, it is taken by the board of directors of the company, and these board of directors are elected by the members of the society. Legal status, all the members of the all the cooperative society have to get registration under Indian Cooperative Society Act 1912. Service motive, obviously the main motive of these type of societies is not to making profit but to provide services. Limited liability means all the members of the society have limited liability. For example, I told you that if they have taken loan from any financial institution and they are not able to pay off the debts, then no one can claim over their personal property. And secondly, whatever the amount they have invested in the business, they are liable to that much amount only. Okay.